के बीरेन वकील और एंजल कमोडिटीज के प्रथमेश माल्या। पर सबसे पहले देख लेते हैं इस वक्त कमोडिटी मार्केट्स का हाल क्या है, क्योंकि हमने देखा है कच्चे तेल में यहां पर कीमतें लगातार बढ़ती हुई नजर आई हैं। आज की अगर बात करें तो 30 के ऊपर दोनों ही स्तर हमने कच्चे तेल में कारोबार करते हुए देखे हैं। इस महीने की अगर बात करें तो मई में बढ़त देखने को मिली है। लेकिन सबसे पहले इस वक्त अब जाएंगे
स्ट्रक्चरल रिफॉर्म्स, लोन गारंटीज एंड फिस्कल सपोर्ट. To help us understand the finer points of the 20 lakh crore, in fact, Atmanirbhar Bharat package is the person who planned it and someone who announced it. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is joining us live on CNN News18 and CNBC Television 18. Thank you so much for your time here, ma'am. Your country's first finance minister who is facing a public health emergency which could have long-term economic repercussions. What was the nature of discussion that you had with the Prime Minister before you finalized the package, and what was his message for you?
Well, the first one was the one which was immediately after the lockdown was announced. That is the PM Garib Kalyan which we announced, in which some cash handouts were made to some sections, food was given and so on. That one, immediate one message from the Prime Minister was, you ensure that nobody goes hungry. You ensure that some money is in their hands so that the initial, shock and lockdown making it impossible for people to go out, they have some money in their hands. And of course, to women, reach out with cooking gas and things, food grains and so on. So that was the first one. And so within a couple of hours after the announcement of the lockdown, we came up with PM Garib Kalyan. But subsequently, when the stimulus had to be given, when industries were all locked down, when people were told not to go out, nobody bought anything, so inventories were lying, production came to a halt, and small and medium businesses were not able to honor their EMI commitments and so on. So then it was a question of giving a comprehensive package which will be a stimulus for growth. So the consultation process was extensive, elaborate, long drawn at various different levels. And at that time, when almost when it was ready for the announcement, the message was that we should be careful not to leave out the small businesses, careful not to bring pressure on anybody who are probably very close to insolvency. So make the legal and legislative supportive necessary action so that they're not dragged into kind of insolvency situation. Make sure that in this round, we are not just going to be giving assistance of this kind, but India should be a different place for doing business. So reform in agriculture, reform for labor, and so on were also brought in.
Ma'am, revival in demand is key for economic sustainability. What do you think that you have announced will actually ensure that there is immediate impact on that demand increase?
Demand is not just when you or me go to the shop and buy our bare essentials. Get food, get milk, get some household necessities and so on. Demand is also, this is also demand, but demand is also when small units have to pay some wages, pay the fixed costs, the company starts opening up and buys the raw material, starts the production, which means when they buy the raw material, it's demand. When also the payment is made to their wage earners, he's given some money in his hand. When he pays his electricity bill and after that commences production, demand is triggered. So we have taken that approach for triggering demand. I agree with you, demand is necessary for stimulating the economy's engine to move.
Will there be more announcements?
Well, no, nothing at the moment. I don't have anything more to announce.
After the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package, you took a lot of time, almost over a month, before you finally came out and announced for the MSMEs in particular, ma'am.
And for agriculture and for fishermen.
Various aspects of it. The critics are saying that this revival package or blueprint that you have unveiled actually skirts the primary question of demand, because if the MSMEs, if there's no demand, then how will they go ahead with the production?
Well, Maria, I must tell you, I've been asked this question several times in the last few days.